pound of flesh.
And if you don't like them, you can take a table saw and put little points on it and make a ninja star. Question. Not a food.
Believe it.
Say believe it.
Question from Travis and Laura. How did they approach you for Street Fighter 4 Oregon? And Travis, can you give us a preview of what Gal's Sonic version sounds like?
Well, we were fighting in a dark alleyway on a rainy night. And just as I was about to wind up and, spray paint my hair blonde and spike it up, she spun upside down in her hands and started going...
My thighs were much larger then.
Right. You had little buns on either side of your head and spikes on your wrist cuffs.
No, actually, when we went to the audition, they couldn't tell us what the game was because it was still, under legal whatever. So they were like, we're not allowed to tell you the name of this title, but here's your character design. And he slid the picture of Chun-Li across the table. I'm like, oh my God! He starts flipping out. And he's like, you're the first girl that's come in today that's known who that is. Nobody knew who it was when they got there.
That's what you said.
That's why I got the part.
If I was the same way, he slid across the desk. I was like, that looks totally like Guile. They're like, and? I'm like,
Oh my God.
he looks like Guile. Put it together, Travis. Yeah, it was fun. We were real excited to work on it.
So yeah, I was crossing my fingers after that audition, hoping I got it. Yay! Yeah, do it!
Sonic Boom! A little more up to it.
Wow.
Yeah. For the big ones, and then the other ones just like Sonic Boom!
That means we're even more family besides Full Metal, because my first role was Vega in Street Fighter 2. So we're on the Street Fighter family! Question.
Speaking of music, since you guys, Becky was a songwriter as well, Moron, would you guys like to make your own character singles?
Oh, I would.
So
Does Maury have a song?
Yeah.
I was teasing Travis. I was teasing him so mercilessly when we were finished with Moron, and the next time I saw him at a con, I'm like, dude, I have all your lines memorized from Moron. What was Mignogna. That was awesome. Anyway, Travis is perfect for that. But yeah, I think no, I mean, he was perfect for more of it. I would love to do Tamaki's song. It's guilty, beat it up. But I haven't found the karaoke track. So if anyone knows where there's a karaoke track, if there is one, I would love to do it. And I wrote the lyric for the closing theme. I've run 1,000 miles. Thank you. And I wanted, you know what, Caitlin was like, before we even auditioned for the show, Caitlin was like, no matter what happens with the casting, I know I want you to sing the closing song. And I'm like, sweet. And then after we got cast, she's like, I don't think you can do the closing song now. So I didn't do it, but I love that song. So, wanna pick somebody?
Oh my God, who am I going to pick? Because nobody has their hand up. Yes! Indiana.
Woo! I've purchased this DVD called Adventures in Voice Acting.
Yes, oh my goodness.
That DVD belongs in a museum.
So I know Travis. I don't think Travis is in it.
Nope.
No.
Did you ask to be part of it, or did you to be part of it?
They came to us. Should I tell the story?
Yeah.
They came to us and just asked us if we would do interviews for an educational documentary thing they were doing that was going to be shown at educational things. And then a couple years later it ended up being that, and they released it and sell it. It's pretty cool.
Except for the part that we don't get anything.
Except for the part that we wavered it away because it was an educational purpose. But yeah, it's
Is it good? Have you watched it?
I've watched it.
Is it educational?
Yeah.
I'm And it did its
There is
job.
a particular episode where it covers, like, was it really worth it to get the voice acting field? And sometimes you say that it's pretty scary sometimes.
Right, it can be.
It's very unpredictable, you know? Most of the creative fields are that way, you know? There's so many people that would love to do something like singing or acting or dancing or drawing professionally, you know, that it's really unpredictable. There's really no way of knowing when the next opportunity is going to come.
And it's also, at the very end, they say it's dedicated to the late Bob Papenbrook. You ever knew him?
Yes, Pappy. He worked at PCB a lot. But Papenbrook.
Oh my God! We know him!
What? The ghost. Did you? Am I not supposed to say that? Let's talk about it. Then we love it. Sorry, did you guys get that? Travis screaming like a girl.
I don't even know if we should share this story, but...
So why not? There's nothing taboo about it.
No. Okay, well, he was really good friends.
Excuse Travis while he goes and wets his pants. Go ahead, tell the story. Go ahead.
We learned this story, like literally I walked in the room after Travis heard the story and he was like, no! He was really good friends with friends. PCB in LA, and they were really good friends with him. He worked at PCB like all the time, and shortly after he passed away, like stuff started to happen at the studio. Like, and it was just like odd stuff. Like they'd be in the room and they're working on Pro Tools, and all of a sudden the screen on the computer would flip up, like somebody just scrolled down the mouse really fast, but they hadn't. Or they could be away from the computer, and all of a sudden it would do that too. And or like they'd be down in the room, they'd hear like CDs wrestling in the top, so they'd run up to the top studio and nobody would be there, and then they'd hear CDs wrestling down at the bottom. And it was like this crazy thing that went on for a few months. And then one of the engineers, it's a girl that works there, she like was leaving the studio one night. She said she didn't want to